Dr. Rajiv Puri again today, right? We have done 3-4 podcast earlier, right? और ये 3-4 podcast में is starting from the basic of sales and then how to close the sales, follow-ups, and then lot many things we have covered. And it is an honor and privilege, right? As a Dr. Puri with us, he is a international speaker and sales coach and executed more than 4,000 plus programs into corporates for a senior leadership and still and around 2000 plus program especially for sales, and sales is a basically oxygen for entire all the business. If you have a fantastic product but if you don't have a sales, there is a no meaning of this kind of a product, correct? And this is the word, I'm not saying it's a one of the discussion we had it in one of the very senior leadership, you can say into an IT product company. So they are saying if you are not able to sell one of the this best product, this in means there is a no such requirement for this kind of a product. So sales is a very important, or you can say process, and then everything is all about the revenue and sales. If you are running a business, if there is a no such revenue, means there is a no such business, correct? So over to you, sir. Just wanted to understand, right? What is the importance of this sales process into entire this business process? And a lot of people have a business developing a entrepreneurship mindset or is struggling with the startups. So what is this all about it?
Yeah. Ashish, thank you. And it's a pleasure being with you. All that I can say, Ashish, you have actually nailed it when you mentioned that the product might be the best, but if we cannot sell it, it actually doesn't make any meaning. And the consequences can be hazardous for the people who have manufactured the product. Right now, we are sitting on Saturday, and this Friday there has been a blockbuster release. Monday we've got 26th of January, Republic Day, and a blockbuster patriotic film has been released, which is Border 2. And Border 2 is doing great business now. That reminds me of a movie actually. Maybe I must have mentioned it earlier because that is one of my, when we talk of sales, one example which immediately comes to mind. Because cricket and Bollywood films is something which connects to everybody in India right now across the world also. The showman or the first family of Bollywood, the biggest name, Raj Kapoor Saab. When he went around 50 years ago, he created an Indo-Russian venture for the first time, Indo-foreign venture. There was no corporate financing. Whatever he had, he put into it because filmmaking was his passion. We all know that Indo-Russian joint venture was Mera Naam Joker. People now are saying that 3 hours, 20 minutes is the run time of Border 2. But they say that the moving is gripping. It actually holds you. The run time of Mera Naam Joker was almost 4.5 hours. There were two intervals in that film. And released before releasing in India, Raj Kapoor Saab released it across the world and went to 6 film festivals. Everywhere it came back with an award. Nowhere did he come back empty-handed. After that, he was confident, now I'll break records in India. And he released it, and the movie flopped in India. Raj Kapoor was in debt. He thought of committing suicide. But when he went up RK Studios, Chembur, Devnar, there he saw Aag Barsa, the big posters of his earlier movies, Sangam, where he says those products were not as good as Mera Naam Joker. But what else had I done which I didn't do now? Because this is a superior product. They were not even worth going to foreign festivals. And this movie has come back with awards from foreign festivals. They were not even nominated yet. They brought in crores for Raj Kapoor for RK banner. Then he says, I got my answer. My product was superior. But because I was overconfident, I did not sell my product. My audiences did not understand my product. My product was before time. The audiences felt it was too sophisticated for them. Whereas if I would have explained, that wouldn't have happened. So he said, now I will rectify my mistake. I will not commit suicide. He got his answer there when he was about to jump. He came down and he says a small movie, which is a light musical, a breezy romance. And I'll get in the superstar Rajesh Khanna. But he says, I didn't have the money budget for Rajesh Khanna. So I said, I will get my son. I will launch my son, Rishi Kapoor. I don't have budget for the heroine. So I'll get my friend's daughter who's moving out of school into college, Dimple Kapadia. I'll make her the heroine. I don't have money. And RK Banner is Shankar Jaikishan, the best in India at that time. I don't have money for them. So I will get an LP Lakshmi Kant Pyarelal half the price. And Buddy said, this time I will make a movie which the audience understands, my customer understands. And he promoted it all across India. He went to 25 cities in India. He went in 19th 72, 73, and the movie was Bobby. It created records. R.K. Banner was resurrected, and the banner still lives on. And Raj Kapoor Saab still remains the biggest name in the Hindi film industry. In 1988, he expired. It is 38 years ago, yet today, even today, he remains the biggest name in Bollywood in the Hindi film industry. This lesson we learned from him that you rightly said that sales is the oxygen. The breadwinners, the prime movers, the revenue earners of the organization, the sword arm. वो हाथ तलवार कौन है organization की sales है. The product might be the best, but if the salespeople are not the best, even the best product will not sell on its own, because we are living in today's market, which is a buyer's market, where customer has got choice. Your product could be the best, but he's got other options also. So therefore, you're very right. Sales is very, very important. And today, when you say sales process, we have converted selling into a science, Ashish. Therefore, we say if we do anything scientifically, the results will be better. We can't hear you, Ashish.
Right.
You're on mute.
So we thank you very much, sir. I guess we got a lot of answers. We already covered follow up, right? How we can start the conversation, repo building. These also we have covered. But
Yes,
you
yes,
can
yes.
just give us some summary and give an idea, right? What is the entire sales process is all about it?
Okay, okay.
People
Very
are just
rightly mentioned.
thinking, just going to take the product to a customer. This is sales, something like that. A lot of people have that kind of impression, right?
Very rightly mentioned, Ashish. We've done those parts, but then the complete sales process or a summary which somebody can pick up and utilize. We call it the sales model, or all the steps in selling. Selling is done physically by the seller, by the salesperson. But in the customer's mind, the movement is mental, all the steps of buying. So selling and buying move parallel. The salesperson will sell and the buyer will buy. But the salesperson will do activities physically, and the buyer, the steps are happening mentally till he becomes ready to buy or place the purchase order. So this model is called as IDCT IDA. IDCT is done by the salesperson, and IDA are the steps which happen in the customer's mind. This IDCT IDA I would like to share in front of you. I will share my screen, right, Ashish? I think we can do that, right?
Yes.
I've got one slide. Gaurav, you're with us. I'll share my screen now. Here it is, Ashish. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, sir.
Here comes the slide. Can you see the slide?
Yes, yes. We are able to see.
Okay. Now, Gaurav, if you can see this, we call it the IDA IDCT model. It is a universal model. We look at the steps which happen, right? Irrespective of the time. We look at the steps, physical steps by the salesperson, mental steps of the customer. Introduction is the first step of the salesperson, right? You're looking at it on the left. We've got IDCT. On the right, we have got AIDA. IDCT are the physical steps which a customer will do, and IDA are the mental steps which will happen in the customer's mind. IDCT is what the salesperson will do physically. AIDA are the mental steps. Introduction. Any salesperson, wherever he is, when we go to a customer, we have to introduce ourselves. Could be a product of 5 rupees, or could be a sugar plant of 5,000 crores, a turnkey plant. This model applies to everybody. Introduction first, we always go, we have to introduce ourselves, who we are, from where we come. We have to give complete clarity to the customer. These days, it is easier because we normally fix up appointments, and therefore a customer has an idea. But in that room, there could be a panel who could be buying from you. There could be a technical team which could be sitting over there, and everybody will not have an idea about your background. So the introduction comes, who I am, what is my company, what is my product, how long we have been in the business, and why I have come over here, whether it is a presentation, whether it is discussion, whether it is negotiation, whether it is demonstration. What is the reason of my coming over here? That is the introduction, which has got to be completely clear. A salesperson must know who's going to be in front of me. It's going to be one person or a panel of persons, 10, a panel of 10, which will have 5 technical persons, 1 purchase person, 2 maintenance persons, and 3 from the finance team. That complete clarity should be there when we give the introduction, and this will lead to awareness in the minds of the customer. Who's this person? Why he has come? Why has he come today? What will he do today? What is the product? What does he stand for? What is the organization? How long in the business? This awareness should happen in the customer's mind. It should be complete. If there is a single question in the customer's mind, it will keep rankling him and he will not pay attention because he will first want an answer to his question and he'll keep listening to his own mind rather than pay attention to the salesperson. So that is introduction, which leads to awareness. After the introduction, we also have what is called as rapport building. We have shared our formula, the link formula, location, industry, network, and knowledge. How we look for common ground, how we use a smile, how we break the ice, how we actually throw a unique and a genuine compliment at the person across and build up our rapport, our relationship. We build up our likability. So introduction has got a rapport building. Introduction also has got some basic question after rapport building, which we call as a probing. That is all part of introduction. Some basic questions by means of which we understand what is the requirement of the customer. He could have five, six needs. Which is the most important need? What should I hit immediately? And hit hard on the nail on the head. That comes through probing. So introduction has got rapport building and probing, asking questions. When we ask questions, we get an answer and we move towards discussion. Discussion is we talk about our product and how it is fulfilling his needs. With discussion, we align our product to his needs. In discussion, we say we don't talk features. We talk features and benefits. How my features benefit the customer. We highlight those features which are benefiting the customer. So for example, if we are selling an automobile and we realize that this man, the customer is there, the girl is there with the father, and decision making perhaps will be in the father's mind. She's a college going girl. We say, sir, don't you worry when we say we've got a chassis which is a ladder frame chassis, which is made up of reinforced steel, which is very, very solid, so which makes our vehicle very solid. So when, in case of a mishap, when anything else will collapse and the shock is taken by the passenger, the shock of the momentum when there is a collision, in our case, the body is so strong because the chassis is so strong that the shock is absorbed by it and the passenger remains safe. This is how we actually highlight our features and benefits, which will appeal to the customer across. What will happen with this is it will give rise to interest. Interest in the minds of the customer. Now, interest that, oh yeah, perhaps what he's talking is sensible. Perhaps I could benefit from it, right? So this is a safe vehicle. Maybe it is right for my daughter. But right is not enough for my daughter. The customer could be thinking, I need to know that it is the best. So interest can be general, but we move down interest. When does a customer buy? When his interest is converted into desire. Desire is strong. See, interest could be general. I could have an interest in a full sleeve shirt. It could be an interest in a dark colored full sleeve shirt. But if I have to buy, that interest has got to be converted to desire. My desire will be a full sleeved, slim fit, dark blue, size 44, Louis Philippe shirt. Now there's a difference, right, Ashish, Gauravji, between both?
Yes, yes,
Interest
yes,
is
sir.
general and desire is focused, it is pointed.
Correct.
So if I want the buying decision, mentally I must move the customer from interest to desire. Only when there is desire will the customer think that, yes, now I am prepared. I can place the order now. But then to convert interest into desire, what we have to do is convince it. For example, if we are selling automobiles, and I say automobiles because all of us have driven automobiles, we drive automobiles, we connect immediately. So he'll say, okay, fine, your vehicle will be good because if you say it is safe, my daughter is college going, you realize that she is a delicate girl. I'm worried about her safety. I'm happy that your vehicle is very safe and strong and sturdy and stable. Good. But then tell me the price. So when we say price, sir, it might cost you, this electric vehicle will cost you around 1,20,000 on road. So you say, oh my goodness, that's very high. At 1,10,000, I'm getting a Bajaj vehicle, a same electric vehicle, Bajaj Chetak. So before he can move towards the buying platform, we have to convince him over here. Oh, sir, fine. All right, sir. You rightly said Bajaj is a big name, very reputed name. And they've got their Chetak at 1,10,000. But let me tell you, sir, as I told you, we've got so many features in this which are not there in two wheelers. In fact, we are giving five features which are four wheeler features we are giving in our two wheeler. We are giving a hill hold. That means when you move up a climb there, you like a four wheeler, you can hold your vehicle. We are giving a track my vehicle. We are giving a find my vehicle. We are giving a geo fence. You put a fence of around 20 kilometers for your daughter. The moment she goes out of 20 kilometers, that time the vehicle will stop. So 20 kilometers fence cannot be broken. Now, sir, these are four vehicles, four features which are in four wheelers, which we are giving in our two wheeler. If you add these four wheeler features to our two wheeler, then our cost actually, if you add this to a Bajaj vehicle, which is 10,000 less than us, the cost should increase by 50,000. So Bajaj, if you're saying 110, comparing it to a 120, with these four features, that becomes 160. If you remove these from ours, we are 120, we will go to 80. Compare this the one with the 110 of Bajaj. This is called as convincing. We use all methods and we convince a customer. We've got objection handling techniques. We discussed last time, smoking out the right technique, right? Feel, felt, found technique. The and, but, therefore technique, which we have discussed in our last webinars, right, Ashish?
Yes, sir, correct. So
We
we have
use those
already
techniques.
discussed this
And if,
objection handling, correct? Very.
yes, and
Mm.
then, like for example, when a customer says your price is very high, so he could mean that one is, uh, we have to ask him, sir, are you comparing with somebody else? He'd say, yeah, I'm comparing with Bajaj. That is 10,000 less than you, Bajaj Chetak. Or we could ask, sir, I understand these days nobody wants to pay cash upfront. Don't worry, sir. We've got finance scheme. You don't have to pay 120. You just have to pay 10,000 rupees, sir, and we'll break it up into convenient and comfortable EMIs for you. He could say, no, I've got cash. I'll pay cash down. But then I feel Bajaj is a better vehicle. So this we call as objection handling. Sir, just like you, Mr. Kapoor was there. He also felt that Bajaj was lesser than us. He also felt that. But then he found out when I showed him that we have got four features which are in four wheelers. And we actually are giving a four wheeler on two wheels. And then he found out that if he add those prices, the price of Bajaj will go to 160 or 170. Whereas with those features, we are offering for 120. Right? And therefore, sir, he's a happy customer of ours now for the last 3 months. In fact, he has sent a video also. I'll show this to you, sir, Mr. Kapoor. Just watch it, sir. So we call this as objection handling. Convincing. Objection handling is aimed at one thing, which is convincing the customer. When we convince him, we move him from interest to desire. And desire is strong, interest is general. When we move him to desire on the right hand side, Gaurav, as you can see it, we then move in for the T close, trial close. Sir, so you've seen the video of Mr. Kapoor, right? So, sir, now tell me, which color would you like to have? We've got four colors. We've got red, we've got blue, we've got black, and we've got gray. I think, sir, if you're talking of your daughter, and she's got a very pleasing personality, she's in third year college, third year BCom. I think the red color would look very good on her. This is called as trial close. With this, what we get is the action. Action is okay. I think red, let me ask my daughter. Or what we could get is one more objection. No, no, but then I heard that your service is very bad. In fact, people have been telling me your service is really bad. So then again, what we do, we handle the objection. No, sir, you're right. Once upon a time, there were some customers who did not get a good experience because of our service. But we've changed the concept now. We don't call it service, sir. We call it the kinetic lab. Here, there is one button which is called as service assist button. No call centers. Wherever the vehicle breaks down, you just press it, sir. And here we are sitting in the lab right now. There'll be an alarm which goes on in the lab, and one man will get on immediately whichever corner of the country you are. We've got around 240 dealers in every corner of India. Within 20 minutes, somebody will be over there. That is a promise to you. Right, sir? So now tell me, red or silver, which color? What we do is, after we handle the objection, we then trial close the customer. Trial close means we check the waters. I've handled his objection. I've convinced him. Is he ready for the action? Action is what? Last action. Order. Signing of the contract. Either we get the order or we get one more objection. We handle that again, T close. We get the order or we get one more objection. So this IDCT and IDA, Ashish, is the sales model. This applies to all products, 5 rupees to 5,000 crores. And this can happen in 5 minutes. This can happen in 5 hours. This can happen in 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, or even 5 years. This can take, depending upon the quality of the salesperson, and sometimes depending on circumstances also, on the budgets, etc. If you're selling a sugar plant, turnkey plant of 5,000 crores, and suddenly there's a freeze in the budget, no matter how good a salesperson is, he will not get the order. He will not get the action. So this IDCT IDA applies to all the products, and this is the complete sales process as we call it. And if we understand this and we apply this, I think we are on a safe wicket, and we can do very well in sales, whatever our product.
Thank you, sir. So what about this T close? I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
you have already
I mentioned
taken
that
up,
also.
but yes.
T close is trial close. See, what is our aim in sales? As salespeople, our aim is not creating or building friendships with the customer. We say rapport, yes, relationship, yes, so that we can talk to him, so that he listens to us, so that he gives us a good hearing. But we have only one aim in sales, and that is getting the order. And we say sales happens today and it happens now. If a customer says, if we follow the example of an automobile in a dealership, we say whether it is automobiles, it is two-wheelers or four-wheelers. If a customer walks down from the dealership saying that, okay, I will get back tomorrow, we say you believe that this sale is not going to come. If it comes, it a bonus, it is a bonus. Because sales happens now, today and now. And for that now to happen, our aim is only one. We need to get the close. We need to get the order, which is the action. And that action is physical action. But for that, what do we have to do on the left hand side? T close. T close is trial close. And when do we do this trial close? It is after the convincing. What is convincing? Convincing is objection handling. Handle one objection and then check him. Is he ready for the order? Trial close. Either you get the order or you get one more objection. So which color? That is the closing technique. So which day would you like delivery? On Sunday? Or sir, I think in this part of the country, the day of Ganeshji, Wednesday, everybody likes to have the delivery. So sir, if we have to organize the delivery today, Saturday, we'll need some time to do the paperwork. So can you sign the order, sir? Can you sign the order form now? And we'll organize the delivery. Wednesday will be all right. This is again trial close. Trial close will get us to the order or get us to one more objection. If it comes to the order, action, that is good. If it comes to one more objection, we tackle the objection. Again, ask for trial close. Because in sales, what happens many times, salespeople they have that hesitancy to ask for the order. Building a relationship is good, building a friendship is good, giving demonstrations very happily. But then what is the acid test of a salesperson? Why are we there in the business? We are there for the order. We have to ask for the order. That is the trial close. And that is what we tell salespeople, that don't hesitate, don't be afraid, don't be scared. They feel that if he asks for the order, my friendship with the customer will be destroyed. It is not a friendship, first of all. It is only a working rapport that we have established. And we are our basic duty is one, it is asking for the order. And that is what is called as trial close. This impediment, this hurdle, this objection, this challenge, this has got to be taken care of. We have to overcome this by asking for the order. Therefore, trial close has got importance in the process also, because that will lead us to the action, the order. And in our mindset, a salesperson psyche, it is very, very important, because many times salespeople are hesitant. They don't want to ask for the order because that is the most uncomfortable part. How do I ask for the order? Right? So that is the importance of trial close, Ashish.
So one more question. Thank you very much, sir. So we got a lot of details and we got this model. Actually, first time I heard about this model, right? And also about this T close, right? And you were very well explained with this example from this, what we can say, this automobile industry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I
Because
find
automobiles are driven by all of us.
correct. And it is a, I seen there is a lot much competitions in the automobile. Now, earlier people were just talking about that competition into a telecom, but I guess this Geo has already destroyed most of the things. So there is, but automobile as the people are facing a lot much pressure and competition. So just one more questions. I just want, well, as per your thought, do you have anything or any other suggestions specific? So when the person is struggling for a revenue, how he can identify, is this a problem with the sales, or is this a problem with the marketing, or is this a problem with the team, or is this a problem of the product? Just a curiosity point of
Yeah,
view,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
say.
I'll tell you. See here, any product, whether successful or failure, will have some customers, right? So the first, we say, the dipstick first indication comes from the customers itself. That means whoever customers, you could have 100, you could have 200. But
Hmm.
then that becomes our duty actually to find out from our customers. And we don't ask them. We could ask them, but then we could use some other agencies who will speak to our customers and check from them if they are happy, if they are satisfied, or they are delighted with the customer, with our product. That will tell them if they are delighted with the product, they are happy with the product, yet the product is not doing well, then there is a problem with the sales team, with the salesperson, right? Getting it? And then we have to get into the details of the sales team. How many sales teams are there? There are four regions. Which one is doing well, which is not doing well? We have to understand that. Getting it? If the other three are doing well and the north zone is not doing well, that means there is a problem with the north zone, right? The sales pitch is not being customized to the customers. They are not able to explain it well. And if we go to the north zone and we realize that there are 20 salespeople and five are performing and 15 are not performing, so then what is the problem with these 15? So we have to move step by step, Ashish. You're getting it, to understand where the problem is. And if these 15 are not actually doing well, what is the problem? Is there a problem in the introduction? That means, do they have less number of prospects? If the pipeline is not there, if they are not making the visits, they will not have a pipeline. So even if they are good, they will not be able to generate sales because they are not making visits itself. We analyze their reports. If they are making the visits, from those visits, how many demonstrations are they getting? They make 100 visits, they should get at least 40 demonstrations of the product, but not 40. They are making 100 visits, but they are getting 20 demonstrations. That means the visits are happening to the wrong people. Their profiling is improper.
Hmm.
And if suppose they are getting 40 demonstrations, but out of those 40, they should be able to convert 10. But from 40 demonstrations, they are able to convert 2. That means there is a problem in handling the objections of the customer or closing of the customer. So then this becomes the problem of giving them sales training. That is where people like us come in, where we make hard hitting salespeople out of them. Right? We need to
Right.
understand where is the approach not right? Is the rapport building not right? Or is the ability to explain the product not right so that they don't get a chance to demonstrate the product, the customer is losing interest. And if they are getting a chance to demonstrate, yet they are not able to convert, that means their objection handling is not right. Their closing is not right. So then we have to identify that and then we have to train them accordingly. And we need to make them hard hitting and successful, performing, growing, rising, prospering salespeople after that.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. So thank you very much for your all your time. And so any other advice you wanted to give people who just start doing startups, or people who wanted to now just, you can say, expediting into an online platforms, right? Or online. So if you have any other suggestions or anything. And also, we will, in the next time, whenever we will conduct this, maybe we will prepare one checklist kind of assessment so that people can also do the self-assessment so that
Right,
they
right,
can
right.
get an
I will
idea.
stop my sharing, Ashish. Right, I'll come onto the screen now. Yeah.
Uh,
Right. So here we are. All that I would like to say is that, like public speaking, like team building, like leadership, selling also is a science. So we've got, for every step, we had shared techniques before this program. Now, for the complete sales process, also, we have the IDA IDCT model. So if we follow this model religiously and diligently, then there is no stopping us. But then I would also like to say is that sales requires efforts. Sales is a kick. हम बोलते हैं ना नशा है ये. And we should be able to feel it. And how do we feel it? When we are able to sell, when we convert somebody, when we convince somebody, when we influence somebody, when we persuade somebody. That time what happens is that we get a kick out of it, and that kick is what should drive us. And that kick of persuasion or convincing or influencing or converting becomes the kick of incentives, money, whether it is our own business or it is for working for somebody else. The moment you sell, there is money. And that is the biggest kick because that is an imperative of life today. I won't say the be all and the end all, but then one very important aspect of life today is M, that is money. And that is what sales gets in. No other department gets in direct revenue, it is only sales. So, friends, but then sales also needs a little bit of hard work. But then there is the kick, there are the rewards, there are the returns, there is the prosperity. So, let us move accordingly.
Thank you very much, sir. And one more input, or you can say any guidance. So I wanted to just share one incident. One of my friend is working into an insurance company. So that is one of the leading insurance company, and they try to hire some of these college grades for selling an insurance, right? But they are
Right,
saying there is a lot many people are very much skeptical, scared about that sales job. And
right.
whenever somebody is approaching, they clearly say, no, no, yaar, I don't wanted to work with the target-based job or selling or
Right.
bechna hai. So
I'll
it's a
tell you.
very
I'll tell you. See, I'm connected both ways. Number one, I do a lot of programs for insurance companies, sales training. I've
hmm,
done many programs for LIC of India, for the MDRT. That means the potential people who
hmm.
could become $1 million roundtable after sales training programs. Say, I get a set of 1,000, and they say last year, 100 of our people had qualified for MDRT, which is the biggest achievement at the global level, $1 million roundtable in terms of commissions. So they say, we'll give you 1,000. Last year, 100 had qualified. This year, we want 500 to qualify for MDRT. So accordingly, I train them. And secondly, I also have a lot of programs in colleges where these days I've done a program at two places where they tell me that we have a lot of openings and good openings, high paying openings in salary as well as incentives for sales, but people are unwilling to pick it up. Now, here I will tell you, friends, as I said, number one, sales requires some hard work. Second, sales is a challenge, and people don't want to take up the challenge because they lack confidence in themselves. And what is selling? If you sell well, you do well in life because life is also selling. That is what I tell them. If you go into a sales job, you're prepared for life. 65% of CEOs across the world are coming from a sales background. So, therefore, I tell them, no, you don't have to be scared. Today, you think I'll sit on a table and a chair, I'm cushy, but then your eyes is going to be limited because you will be a part of a team. HR, you are part of a team. Maintenance, you're part of a team. Production, you're part of a team. Finance, you're part of a team. Audit, you're part of a team. Your individual efforts, your individual performance doesn't stand out. If you have to stand out, you have to be in sales. And then the rise will be there. And then I tell them it is also going to help you in your life because every moment we are selling. What am I doing right now? I'm selling my thoughts to you, you and Gaurav over here, right, Ashish?
Yes, sir.
Every moment in life, every instant in life, every second in life, we are selling our thoughts, our ideas, our persona. So, selling prepares us for life. And if we pick up that challenge early in life, our life later, when we have families, I tell those boys that will be better. You might be a little comfortable now, but then you will be in trouble afterwards. We say right now you could be on a table and a chair in an AC office. That is the comfort zone. But move out, there is the fear zone. Get into the fear zone. People don't want to move out because after the fear zone is the learning zone where we will learn. And then comes the growth zone, which is our growth in life, prosperity in life, earning in life for you and your family members. That is what I tell them. Today, you don't have a spouse or a wife, but tomorrow you will have. They will depend upon you. So be prepared for life. Today, you're not spurning a sales opportunity, you're spurning an opportunity to grow in life, to grow
Correct, correct,
faster in
correct.
life.
Thank you very, very much, sir. It was actually very nice thought and guidance. Actually, lot of misguidance if people are not very much prepared and they don't have understanding of the entire culture of the corporate and understanding of overall market. So that's why people misjudge or maybe what we can say misinterpret this entire job and what we can say the roles and responsibilities. So it was, thank you very much, sir. So all about your thoughts and guidance for us. And if you can share your number and contact details, if someone wants to
Yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah.
connect with you,
I'll just share it.
so if you can share on the
I'll put it
screen,
in the
so they
chat.
can
I'll put it
directly
in the
connect
chat.
with
Right.
you.
I'm putting my number in my chat. 982363, and we have so it is 1 and 555 over here. Here we go. 982363 1555. This is my number, please.
Yes, correct.
All are welcome to get in touch. We have Gaurav over here. We've got many people who are live with us.
Yes. So definitely, so that if anybody wants to reach out to you, last time lot of other you can say professionals, they have tried to connect with you. So definitely, if anybody wants to connect with you for any guidance, so definitely they can connect.
Right. Happy
So
selling.
yes, happy selling. And I just wanted to say thanks to all of you for joining these sessions and watching this. Definitely, we will keep on continuing for this platform for learning and for betterment and for growth, right? And so next time, what is your agenda and what is the other, what we can say, our the
Ashish,
particular,
continuing. Yeah. See, when we say we come in front of somebody, we are selling. And
correct,
one more, the biggest form of selling is when we are doing public speaking,
correct.
where we are selling our persona, we are selling our body language, we are selling our thoughts, we are selling our voice, we are
Hmm,
selling our modulation to the audience across. We've done around 4 webinars on sales, gone into absolute details. I
correct.
think next we could be moving into the next level because public speaking is the ultimate form of selling, where the
Okay.
results are immediate in front of you, whether you manage to sell or you haven't. Because if you have sold, you'll be carried on the shoulders. If you haven't sold, people will not listen, and you know that. The speaker knows that.
So the public speaking will be our the next agenda or the
Yes,
next
yes,
topic.
we've got many levels in that. In sales, we had four. In that, we
Correct.
could have 6 or 8 levels in that. We will
Correct.
go into the science of public speaking.
Okay, very nice, sir. And apart from that, definitely these details of this recording will be also available on live YouTube. So people can also just check and watch it, right? And with this, I will just again say thanks for your time and thanks for all this guidance, right? And we are happy and we are privileged. And next, definitely, we will communicate the time and the session and the topic so that everybody will be very much aware and they can join on time. Thank you
Sure,
very much.
sure, sure, sure. Right, Ashish and Gautam, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Right, bye bye.
Thank you.